Oh, there you are. We were... Belmont was worried. Well, that is to say, they didn't notice you wander off, but I did, and... Well... Not that I mean to pry. I know what it's like to want one's own company, so if you'd rather I leave... Well... When I saw you wander off, I just wondered if you were... You seemed... troubled of late. You do not owe me an explanation, of course. But... through this experience, or friendship, I suppose, that we have all formed, that you have introduced me to, I have found it can be helpful to talk about one's problems, rather than bottle them up. I think we've all seen what can happen when that's what one does. Well, my mother, she would always encourage it when I was young. I'm not sure that I'm the best listener, but at least I know I won't interrupt you when you talk, like some. So if you wanted to borrow someone's ear, even if it is a vampire's, or, well, half vampire. You have wanted to say, you're just finding it hard. I see. Is it something bad? Has someone hurt you in some way? No, good. We won't have to do anything about it. My apologies. I'm not sure that my sense of humor has actually developed yet. Is it something that is upsetting you, or are you concerned about it upsetting us? I see, it is the latter. And I suppose no matter how I might say we won't think any less of you, it isn't really going to help, because we don't know what you want to tell us. If you'd like, you could practice on me. Perhaps you would care little what I think compared to the others. Oh. Cypher does keep telling me not to talk down on myself so much. Well then, consider it this way, that I, out of all of us, perhaps know what it is like to be ostracized and hated for something that I cannot control. And perhaps I can find something to relate to with you in that. You. Could you explain that again? I'm not judging, I want to understand. And make sure that I heard you correctly. So, you... Let me get this right. At birth and all the time that we've known you, we have been calling you a woman, when in fact, you're a man. And we're just too stupid to notice it. I was trying to make something light of that. You... I see. So... No, I understand what you're telling me. That because of what your body has, you were raised as a girl like anyone else with your... It sounds quite crude to say parts, but shall we go with that? But you in fact feel, or you know, that your soul is that of a man. You are worried what we would think if you asked for us to refer to you as male from now. I can't guarantee that they won't mess up now and then. You know how Belmont is. Can you remember anything 2 seconds after he's told it? But you know that we care about you. You haven't told me that you've just murdered someone. Or, I don't know. Hurt a child. I'm trying to think of bad things. I said murdered and then I realised that pretty much all of us are guilty of that, but you understood what I meant. This is not about you wanting to be something that you are not. This is about being something that you are. I can understand that. No, I am not. What phrase did you use? Freaking out. Am I supposed to be? Granted, I do not know what is quite common in human customs. I did not grow up in a human city or village, or I didn't actually grow up with any other children. So perhaps I do not know if different expressions of oneself is more normal in vampire culture than it is in human culture. As I am aware that, well, you know that I, do not much care for the gender of my partners, for example. And I have not really found a vampire who has ever cared too much either. My father didn't. I certainly know most of Carmilla's lot didn't. So... But I am aware that not all humans hold that same view. Quite the backwards way of thinking, really. Perhaps that is one good thing us vampires believe in. So I could understand your fear with your own kind. I would hope that you can feel as if you do not have to fear that around me. I feel If anything, I must apologize for not realizing we had such a handsome boy amongst our midst. I didn't mean to upset you. Oh, I see. I could attempt to say more things like that if it would help. And if you wanted help talking to the others about it, I can be there if you'd like. Belmont may be pig-headed, but he's not that pig-headed. He's sort of light, actually. Shut up. Will you be alright? I want to be able to say things that might help, but I don't really know what to say. If you... I don't wish to overstep any boundaries. If I am allowed to just go for it, then I think you must have been incredibly brave to tell me. I can tell that you're scared. Such a brave boy. Is that too much for me to speak like that? I don't wish to make you uncomfortable. If it helps, then I don't mind. Well then. Would you? Well, it appears customary in these sort of circumstances to also offer physical comfort, which does not come as naturally to me anymore given everything that has happened, but if you would like, your warm. I meant it earlier, that I think we were all just too stupid to tell. Not that one has to fit into stereotypical norms, looks of male and female to be male and female. But, of course you're a boy. I should have seen it from the start. And such a handsome one at that. And if anybody ever tells you different, well, I may not make a habit of acting on any urges, but perhaps they will finally be correct to call me a monster. I do not know if what I think matters, but in case you need to hear it, I'm proud of you. I know this was weighing you down. You've been wanting to tell us for a while, haven't you? If we did not make you feel welcome enough, I am sorry. Though I'm sure, no matter how welcoming we could have been, even if we'd openly discussed matters like this, it would have still been nervous for you to... Yes, of course. No one could possibly understand you better than yourself. Don't let anybody else tell you what you are. Prove them wrong. Perhaps I speak from some experience. Perhaps I speak from more experience than you know. A matter for another time. Would you like to tell them today? I can keep this secret as long as you need, though I will not feel right calling you. All this time, and I haven't even asked. I am assuming then you are alright with me calling you a boy and a man and he and him and all of that, but I didn't even ask you your name. Have you decided on one? If you want to change it at all, you don't have to. I thought... You have? Well, let it be not said that I was raised without manners. My mother certainly would not have heard of it. And my father, for all of his, you know, was a count. I was a... My mother used to call me a prince growing up. So, if you will allow me to make your acquaintance again. Could I take your hand? My name is Adrian Fahrenheit Tepesh. What's yours? The pleasure is all mine, my boy. Thank you all so much for watching, my lovelies. A reminder that audio commissions are currently open, and I also have a Ko-fi and a Patreon. If everyone who followed me donated just £1 per month, that would help me out a lot. There are numerous different rewards on my Patreon, including access to my Discord, your name read aloud in the credits, and exclusive Not Safe for Work audios that you get to request. And a reminder that I do stream on Twitch about 3 times every week. I try and make all of my socials a safe space for everyone. A thank you to my fledglings, Cryek, Phoenix JN, Ginger Artist, Andy Christ, Little Lady, Victor's Divorce Lawyer, Enter, Whipson, Kim, Leviathan, Thorn, Zefergi Blurg, Tori Yuki, Colleen Dawn, Angelica Dolinsky, Harmony Phillips, Risley D, Tech Sexual, Theo Nightmare, Liam, and Mike Yavorski. And a thank you to my familiars, TRO Voodoo Doll, Neuron Name, Julia, Abby Clayton, Maximum, Isabel, Your Friend Blue, Sleepy, Cello Moon, Doris, Dandelion, Solidaria, Lauren Lovett, April, Cynical Altura, Rancer, Abby, Starry Cloud, Squeaks, and Tamika Galloway.